Hey y'all, today I'm going to be making a layered bean dip, so come along with me. I'm going to show you how I make that. It's going to be so good. Come along.
Okay, so first you're going to need some ingredients. What you're going to need is like a clear bowl that you can see the ingredients, because this is going to be a layered bean dip and you're going to want to see all the pretty layers of that. So get yourself a clear glass bowl of any kind. It could be a circle or square, it doesn't matter. The first layer is going to be beans. So you're going to need refried beans and you're going to need green chilies. Now these green chilies are diced green chilies that come canned. I will show you what those look like here. And you're going to get those in the can section. You're going to mix in half of the can of the green chilies, or however many you want, into your refried beans. This is what gives the refried beans a little bit more of this kind of like spicy taste to it. But green chilies themselves actually aren't very spicy. Give them a try. You'll really like them if you haven't ever had them. That's what they look like. They just say green chilies. I got those at Walmart. Your beans, you're going to do refried beans. You can heat them up on the stove if you like your beans a certain way. Sometimes I like my beans with a little bit of cream and just kind of making them on the stove. So you can do it that way. But when I do my layered bean dip, I do it real easy. It's just refried beans and green chilies mixed in. And that gives it good flavor, and you don't have to heat it up or anything. It just tastes good just as it is. So I'm kind of using a smaller bowl because I don't want to have any leftovers. We are going to be using our refrigerator this weekend for a party, and I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to need to use that for. So I'm making a very small portion, just enough for us tonight. We'll see if we can get everything in there. But what you're going to do is get your refried bean and green chili mixture and go around with a spoon, and you're going to just smooth it out so it's just a smooth layer. With your pinky, or you could use, if you want to be a little bit more sanitary than I am, you can use a little napkin or something and clean up the edge of that glass bowl so that it is clean and that you can see the layers as you build your layer dip. The next ingredient is going to be sour cream. Now you guys can layer this however you like. This is how I am layering it. I just noticed this was a brand new tub and I have a used one in the fridge, so I'm asking my daughter to get it for me. But that's what you're going to need is sour cream. You can use, a lowered fat percentage if you prefer. I'm just using the whole sour cream. I absolutely love sour cream. It's one of my favorite things ever. So anyhow, there it is. I'm kind of mixing it up because y'all know that the sour cream tubs, sometimes they get a little watery. You got to mix them up. So make sure it's mixed up and really good and creamy. And then go ahead and give yourselves a dollop of daisy on there and put it right on top of your beans. Now I put a ton of sour cream, because I think I just love it so much that I'm just putting a ton of it. And I also love beans a lot. So I think that's why my bean and my sour cream layer ended up so big. But here you go. You're going to do the same thing like you did with your beans. And you're going to kind of just smooth it out just as if it were icing or something like that. Use yourself a spoon or a spatula or something like that. And again, you can kind of clean off those edges if you want. And make it nice and clean is the best way to do it. So now you're going to do some cheese. I have cheddar cheese, which is what I'm going to do next. You're going to do a whole layer of the cheddar cheese above your sour cream, or whichever layer comes next for you. You can actually press it down a little bit, and this will help the layers to kind of compress and give you a little bit more space, especially in my case, because I don't have a whole lot of space in this small bowl. The next thing is sliced black olives. These come canned. So I'm just going to use one can of those. Go ahead and put those straight on to your next layer and evenly spread them around, creating yourself a good layer. The next thing is going to be green onions. I picked those straight from my garden. You're going to layer them on just like so, and same sort of thing. Just kind of spread them out to where they're even, and you can go ahead and press them down to create the layer. And give yourself a little more space. Now, the next thing I'm going to want to do, and I forgot to bring it out, is tomatoes. I have a ton of tomatoes from the garden, and I'll show you at the very end what my tomato garden looks like as I pick them. I made a little video of that. We just have so many tomatoes that we have to use up. So I have a lot of recipes coming for y'all around tomatoes. So if you're interested in that, make sure that y'all like this video, that you subscribe, you hit that notification bell so that you get notified of upcoming videos and when I upload new videos. So here's the tomatoes. I have a bag of tomatoes here. These are our cherry and grape tomatoes. So they're not the big old tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cut them up in maybe fourths and just put them kind of on my top layer of my bean dip. As you can see, my bowl is pretty much full to the top. So we'll see how much of a layer I can get there at the top. Usually, like I say, you may want to use a bigger bowl. This is a great recipe and kind of side dish to bring to potlucks. It's just something that a lot of people really like to eat, and you can make it look really pretty and nice if you have a big glass bowl. And also, you know, it's just very tasty and easy to do. It's really not that hard. You don't need to really have a lot of cooking skills. You just need to be able to, you know, chop a few things up and layer things together. So this is a good solid one to bring to potlucks. I've done this one many a times and it is always very popular. And even if you have leftovers, I like to make like burritos and things with it, or just continue to eat it with chips. It's very good. So there we go, putting on the tomatoes. This particular day I did actually make tacos for dinner, and I had leftover taco meat. So what I ended up doing was putting like taco meat on as a different layer later on when I ate some more of this. Then I forgot that I had avocado. So avocado was another thing that, you know, you can layer. So essentially it's a 7-layer bean dip. I ended up doing about 6 layers, but it's essentially 7-layer bean dip if you add the guacamole. So here I am in my garden picking tomatoes. They are just so yummy and ready to be picked. So I'm going around my garden picking all of these tomatoes, and this is how I kind of come up with these recipes, is just based on the things that are coming up ready in the garden. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you will come back. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all.